Live from the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory in Laurel, Maryland, welcome to NASA's New Horizons Countdown to Pluto. I'm Mike Buckley from APL Communications and Public Affairs, joined by my colleague Dwayne Brown from NASA's Office of Communications. Dwayne, welcome.
It's good to be here, Mike. Since its launch in 2006, New Horizons has traveled to the far reaches of the solar system. When New Horizons passes by Pluto, it will be nearly 3.6 billion, that's with a B, miles from home. New Horizons joins other NASA spacecraft unraveling mysteries in the solar system and beyond to hopefully answer, how did our solar system originate and change over time? How did the universe begin and evolve? And what will be its destiny? How did life originate? And are we alone? NASA has the spacecraft exploring to answer these questions because we're out there. New Horizons is already sending back the most detailed images and measurements ever taken of Pluto and its moons, revealing significant new insights about the dwarf planet. But this is only the beginning. Scientists will see even more clear details as the spacecraft draws nearer to its destination. And not only can you get the latest images, science findings, and mission updates right here on NASA television for the next several days, join the conversation via Twitter, Facebook, and other social media platforms talking about the historic July 14th flyby. And send in your questions at #PlutoFlyby. And of course, all mission information and images are available online at www.nasa.gov/New Horizons. You know, Mike, I've been doing space missions for 30 years. I am so juiced, so psyched to share the set with you over these next several days. Part of history is pretty cool.
Oh, it's going to be a great ride. Oh. Now, we're counting down to New Horizons' historic flyby of the Pluto system, and today we're 3 days away. I mean, that's half a Pluto day, and just about 2 million miles from Pluto. And so far, this has been an incredible adventure.
Five, 4, 3, 2. We have ignition and liftoff of NASA's New Horizons spacecraft on a decade-long voyage to visit the planet Pluto and then beyond.
Back with us is New Horizons Mission Operations Manager Alice Bowman, but this time from our remote set near the Mission Operations Center here at APL. Hey, Alice, good morning.
Hi, Mike.
Straight up, how is New Horizons doing?
Oh, the spacecraft is doing great. It's taking lots of science data and it's sending it all back to Earth.
So let's take a look inside the Mission Operations Center, and if we can tell us what's the team up to? Are we in contact with New Horizons? What are the activities now?
We are in contact with New Horizons. We're actually up with the 70-meter station at Canberra. And this morning we got down some optical navigation data. We processed that and sent it over to the navigation, guidance and control teams and science operations teams. Those teams are now processing that data. About 9 this morning, we sent an uplink signal to the REX experiment on board the spacecraft for an observation that's going to happen about 1:30 this afternoon.
Alice, it's Dwayne, welcome. You know, the world is really excited, exciting times. How does the team feel?
Oh, the team is just jazzed for this. We just can't wait. We're used to seeing numbers on our screens in the Mission Operations Center, so it's just fantastic to see those numbers turn into images and spectra.
So let's take, what's some of the activities, what's the team up to over the next day or so?
Well, we're going to continue to get down optical navigation data. We're going to get down some plasma data. And we're going to be waiting to see if we need to do a knowledge update.
Busy times getting close. Thank you, Alice.
Busy but exciting.
Thanks, Alice.
You know, Alice's team has its eyes on New Horizons, but what's another cool way to follow what the spacecraft is up to? Well, if you have a minute, here's the answer.
Did you know you can actually ride along to Pluto with New Horizons? Because you can. This is Pluto in a minute. All right, so you can't actually hitch a ride with New Horizons to Pluto, but you can do the next best thing, which is to follow the mission in real time with a simulation called Eyes on Pluto. It's part of Eyes on the Solar System, which comes from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and it's an amazing simulation of everything going on in our solar system right now, including missions like New Horizons. What the program does is follow what's called a predicted simulation. That is, it follows the trajectory and the pointing of the spacecraft as it is planned for a nominal situation. So using the latest data from the New Horizons team, the EYES team has been able to create a beautiful simulation of what exactly New Horizons is seeing right now. But it's so much more than just a shot of Pluto and its system of moons moving towards the camera, i.e. your computer screen. It shows what instruments on the spacecraft are working and when, and what their target is, and exactly where they're shooting at any given time. You can see when the Laurel camera is taking pictures, when the Ralph and Alice instruments are turned on, and when the spacecraft is turned with its antenna facing the Earth to beam back data. You can even see the space at which the cameras and the instruments are aimed. If you guys want to follow along with New Horizons in real time, or just check out the flyby sequence now because you cannot wait until the 14th, go to eyes.nasa.gov and download Eyes on Pluto. And for more news on Pluto, be sure to check out the New Horizons websites. If you've got questions, tweet them with the hashtag PlutoFlyby, and of course, come back here every day for more Pluto in a minute.
Now, joining us for the science update is John Spencer, a New Horizons co-investigator from Southwest Research Institute. John, welcome to the countdown.
Thank you, Mike.
You know, I should also point out, too, that you led the New Horizons Hazards Investigation Team, which I guess had a busy, if not eventful, and suspenseful 7 weeks over May and June. Tell us what that investigation was about.
Sure. We've been looking for many years at the Pluto system with the Hubble telescope, which is the best views we could get before New Horizons. And it seemed like the closer we looked with Hubble, the more moons we found. We found a couple, Nixon Hydra in 2005. This is as well as the big moon Charon that we've known about for a long time. And then we went back in 2011, found another moon, Kerberos. And in 2012, we went back and found a fifth moon, Styx. And that was about as hard as we could look with the Hubble telescope, but we were concerned that every time we look closer, we'll find more moons. Maybe there's a gazillion moons there, and we might probably not run into a moon, but run into the debris that would be ejected from that moon by meteorite collisions. And because we're going so fast, that could cause damage to the spacecraft. So our plan has been that as we approach Pluto, we would take a series of very long exposure pictures over a couple of months, as soon as we were close enough that we could do better than Hubble had done, and see if we could see anything else. And we did that. We started in May, and we finished just over a week ago, taking closer and closer pictures with very long exposures and rapidly analyzing them to see if we might see any new moons that might be a danger to the spacecraft. And we found nothing. We were able to say that there were probably no moons any brighter than 10, 20, even 30 times fainter than Styx in the system. There might be some really tiny stuff, but it would be less than a mile across.
I'll point out first that the team, you had plans in place, backup plans in place. Had you seen something that New Horizons could have got off on another path or even turned the spacecraft to protect itself, had you found something?
Right. So we had alternatives, but we preferred to stick with the nominal plan because that was the best plan and would give us the best science. And now we're very happy that we can continue as originally planned and get the best science we possibly can from the Pluto system.
I'm a little curious that you had said, about not finding moons. You're always seeing them, and there was probably some talk in the team. Would we find something or not? You didn't find any more moons. Are you surprised? Yeah.
I was a little surprised. I expected we'd find at least a couple. But this is totally unknown territory. The Pluto system is just nowhere we've ever been before. We've never been to anything like the Pluto system before. So we're just learning what the rules are. And the rules seem to be some big moons and not many smaller ones, and we're learning something already.
Well, John, let's talk about Pluto and Charon. You guys have finished the hazard search. What do you think about these images?
Oh my goodness. It's just amazing what we're seeing now. it was a gradual approach and every picture was just a little bit better. Now every day we just see a whole new view of Pluto that's telling us things we never knew before. And we're seeing these crazy black and white patterns. We have no idea what those mean. And we're seeing a lot of circular things that we're wondering, are those craters or are they something else? We saw circular features on Neptune's moon Triton that are not craters. And so we should know in a few days, but right now we're having an awful lot of fun just really speculating, well, what do you think that is? What do you think that is? And it's just amazing.
Excellent. Good.
John, thanks.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Pluto is unusually difficult to study from Earth because it is so small and far away. Could mission results provide answers to questions about how our solar system formed? Well, let's hear from someone who can't wait to see Pluto up close and personal.
Hi, I'm James Green. I'm the director of the Planetary Science Division at NASA headquarters, and the New Horizons mission is within my organization.
We have ignition and liftoff of NASA's New Horizons spacecraft on a decade-long voyage to visit the planet Pluto and then beyond.
New Horizons is speeding towards Pluto at a phenomenal rate, 14 kilometers per second, but yet it has taken years to get to Pluto, and we can't wait for it to get there. Now, Pluto and our understanding of it is really changing our view of the size of the solar system. In fact, the 1990s, we began to observe Pluto-like objects well beyond Pluto. And so now we know Pluto is a member of a whole new family of objects. We call those objects the Kuiper Belt. And in fact, it is the outer solar system. So for the first time ever, we'll be able to fly by a brand new object. An object that's been forming for billions of years, and understand what outer parts of the solar system are all about. Well, NASA missions and New Horizons is no different. Require exceptional individuals. In fact, there's so many heroic people that have gone into making this mission possible. It's an unbelievable venture. But it is really the United States that has been the leader in the outer planets exploration program. The United States is the only country that has sent missions into the outer part of our solar system. Planetary science really provides, I think, a tremendous value to our country.
Dwarf planet, what's up? Planning on Pluto, you already knew though. Dwarf planet now, but it's still kind of cool though. It's very far away, far away, far away. Though it's tiny, it's icy and it's over kind of great.
Well, we want to be able to bring our young students along. We want them to step into our shoes. We don't want the exploration to stop. It's just one of the innate things that we have in the United States, I believe, is this exploration gene. Well, I believe the encounter of Pluto with the New Horizons flyby is going to be so spectacular, will have the world's attention. And not for just a little bit. I believe it will be built up over many months as we begin to observe Pluto, its moons. We may even find many more objects, perhaps rings, perhaps other things are waiting our discovery. I think the world will sit up and take notice.
Now, have you checked your Pluto time? Now, this is the moment during dawn and dusk each day where the illumination on Earth matches that of high noon on Pluto. And NASA wants to see what Pluto time looks like in your area. So be sure to visit the website and tag your photos with the hashtag Pluto Time.
And as we count down to a historic moment for our nation and the nation's space program, don't forget you can get the latest images, science findings, and mission updates right here on NASA television over the next several days. And join the conversation via Twitter, Facebook, and other social media platforms talking about the historic July 14th flyby. And yes, send in your questions at hashtag Pluto Flyby. All mission information and images are available online at www.nasa.gov/New Horizons. And if you're a fan of 3D toys, Mike, I know you like 3D toys.
Yeah.
I certainly like them.
Yeah.
You can go online. There's a one-stop site for 3D models, images, textures, visualizations, all free. Mike, that's a price everyone can be happy with.
I know, there's so much on there. Make one, make some others too, to get ready for the flyby, do it ourselves. So that's the latest from NASA's New Horizons mission on Pluto's doorstep. We are 3 days and 2 million miles to go until the flyby, and the countdown to Pluto is winding down. Now, I'm Mike Buckley.
I'm Dwayne Brown.
Thanks for watching. The model, make one of these.